Okay, guys, let's do a little read and we're going to do a little sneak around and see what opportunities lie ahead within the workplace that you are currently invested into. Some of you guys are wondering if all of the hard work that you're putting in is worth it. Eight of Stars in the reverse. This would be my committed, work hard, quality work card. So let's see what that really means there. Tower in the reverse. Nine of Cups wanted to fly out. Alright, I can already tell you guys, just by looking at it, you're not happy at the workplace that you are in. It says that some of you guys have actually lost your motivation, and you might even be not providing quality work any longer at this time. It also says that some of you guys you're currently in the tower right now and things are very stressful in your life. It could be even affecting your love life. I feel like you have a lot of burdens. I heard the word burden when it comes to work. There's different tasks and obligations that you have to complete regularly that are just tedious and time consuming. I'm also hearing you don't have the support that you need to get your job done easily and correctly. I see that if you were to either confront this work situation or leave it behind, your tower will go into the reverse and then you turn into the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is what's making me feel like some of you guys are choosing to work way harder than you need to, and you are actually choosing work over love. I see that for some of you guys, you're only about 50% confident when it comes to standing up on your behalf of the thoughts that you have been thinking when it comes to your leader. Some of you guys want to say something to the people in your workplace, but you are only maybe glaring at them, making face expressions, or very light conversation as far as complaint goes. Some of you guys might make a little sneer comment here and there or mumble something under your breath, but as far as actually making your boundaries known or your position known, I heard, you're more so just like upset about it internally, keeping it to yourself, and because of this, you're just going to continue to get more duties and more jobs in the workplace, and I'm hearing people in the workplace know they're taking advantage of you, and they're basically just seeing how much different things you will agree to take on before you say no. And they already know that you're being overworked, and they're preparing for that day or that moment when you do say no. But even though they know that you work really hard, and even though they know the jobs that you're going to turn down in the future here soon are not even your responsibility, they're going to try to return some backlash to you when you do finally stand up for yourself. They're going to return attitude with attitude, or they're going to return to you an attitude for your complaint. This person's goal is to try to knock you back down into the level that you are trying to come out of. This person has been waiting for you to either put your 2 weeks in or say how you feel or eventually kind of snap on the situation. But they also have learned that something about you is that you can handle a lot more than most people can. And in a way, they're expecting you to be able to receive their response after you make a complaint. They're going to respond in a way that's going to try to put you back in place to see how it will go. And that's going to be up to you, how you respond. If you're going to be like, no, I'm not doing that, and, continue to stand your ground. I do feel like for those of you who will stand your ground and repeat your request or change of circumstances and not leave any wiggle room for a compromisation, because you're not here to compromise. You're not here to be returned with another conversation, seeing what duties they can get by with, leaving you to still take care of it. For example, you might be like, I'm not taking on all this extra work. I'm not training this person. I'm not even the person that is supposed to be doing these jobs. I understand, you're short staff. You needed somebody on this day, but, I'm not willing to sacrifice any more of my time or energy until I'm either being paid for this other position that I'm filling in for, or shown some respect. I want some credit for the work that I've done. Basically you're going to come in and you're going to spill all this stuff out. So they might try to return a response such as, okay, you know what, you're right. And this is all manipulative, by the way. They might, you're right, make you feel a little bit better, and then basically, instead of this many tasks when you leave, they might say, you know what, you are so right. I'm going to go ahead and take these tasks off of your plate, and that this is all that you will have left to do. No. Some of you came in there with all of these tasks that were not yours. And all of your tasks have already been completed very well. And basically, you're just tired of picking up the slack at work for all of these people that are taking advantage of you. For some of you, I'm hearing that you also have to go back in and redo other coworkers' work. For those of you who work with your hands, and show off your physical skills, you have to actually go back in and redo these people's work. This is one of the biggest reasons that some of you are becoming very frustrated in the workplace, because you're not just having to do your job for shitty pay, but now all these other people's jobs for crappy pay, and you don't even like your leader. The only good thing about your job that I see that you're at currently is you and the skills that you have. I was already saying that these coworkers expect you to say something soon. They are surprised that you haven't yet. These people might treat you like poop where you are now, but in secret, they actually don't hate you at all. Some of them actually look up to you and appreciate you so much more than you would ever even know, because these people you would probably consider to be your haters or enemies or competition, whatever you guys call it. These people actually, there's things in the company that they don't know how to do, and these are different things that they've learned along the way, while being cocky, and those different circumstances changed their mindset about having you on the team or not on the team. And basically all these people that have been using you to do their job don't know how to do that part of their job. So if you were to leave and put your 2 weeks in, it would actually end up exposing at least 80% of the people on that staff, because you've been doing at least 80% of those people's random tasks. and you're the go-to person for all these people. And even the ones in the business that you thought were going to get promotions over you or that your leaders liked more than you, they also turn to you for guidance and help. Anytime that you've ever been hit up by these people for a question, or even when they were rude to you and they were yelling at you, did you get this done? And you felt like you were being attacked, that was actually their egotistical way of trying to figure out how to get something done without you realizing they were asking for your help. So, really, it does not matter in what area of the business you are or they are. All of these people, at least 80%, either have you completing different tasks for them or don't know how to complete the tasks that they ask you to help them with. And for those of you who are thinking right now in your head about times when you did a task for another person at work and you finished it without really paying attention to how that person was reacting, responding, um, next time, make sure to look at their face and look at their responses or their actions while they're asking you for help. Make sure that you take them to whatever it is they're asking you to help them with, and you're only going to speak verbal directions. You're going to, from now on at work, if you choose to stay here, have everybody come with you to learn how to complete any task that they're asking for help with or that is not yours. Your duty in this chapter, if you choose to stay at this place of work, is for now on, if somebody says, hey, can you show me how to upload a video on to YouTube? Instead of saying, yeah, let me see your phone. This is the old you, being all smart. You literally been whipping it out. 2 seconds later, you're handing their document or their device back. But this year, this is the new you. Oh, sure. Why don't you grab your phone? I'm going to be both selves, so just bear with me. Okay, this would be them usually handing it. Oh no, just hang on to it. And now you're going to tell them, so what you're going to do first is click on the YouTube app. They do this. Now, the next thing you will do is click the plus sign at the bottom of the screen. They will do this. You will wait patiently. Do not try to get involved. Don't try to speed up the process. Just be patient. If you need to continue with your own work while they find the buttons or figure out what they're doing, then be patient and let them do that. Because when they physically have to do anything that they're asking you to help them with, they have to visually see it and physically do it. So that's already two different forms of memory, and it's two different forms of way that they can remember how to do something, and it's two different forms that they can go about doing something. And the thing about people learning is that there's 4 different ways to learn. You either visually learn, you can hear audio directions, or you can physically do something with your hands and get involved. Or the last thing is some people actually learn while listening to music. So figuring out how everybody that is asking you for help learns properly is key. And then making sure that when they ask you for help, you practice being calm and patient, and with verbal directions, guide people through whatever it is that they're asking for help with. If you put your finger in there and you get involved in any way physically, you're doing it for them and you're actually interfering with the learning process. So verbal directions allow these people to walk their own self through step by step. And if being at this job is something that you've enjoyed and don't want to walk out of, teach other people how to do their own damn job themselves, or tell them, go do your job yourself without teaching them. But the only thing I really see here for you is that you feel like you're overworked. You're getting called in to work a lot. You're having to work double. to fix errors that other people could be doing and should be doing correctly. And it's affecting your home life and your love life. It's affecting your mental health also. Like, it's stressing you out. Some of you guys also could be suffering from hair loss, and the hair loss is occurring because you're stressing at work. Anyways, I love you. You're amazing, and don't overwork yourself anymore. Just because people pretend to need help or ask for help doesn't mean that they cannot learn how to do it by themselves. And half the time, they may not even really need help at all. They're just lazy. So, respond with verbal directions from here on out. All right? I love you.